over China going on right now is the 40th anniversary of China opening up. Zhongshan obviously was a small village, a fishing village, an agricultural town for most of its history, being one of the five dragons of the Pearl River Delta, then being Zhuhai, Zhongshan, Guangzhou, Dongguan, and Shenzhen. When the country opened up, this whole area prospered and became one of the largest manufacturing areas in the world. Zhongshan is celebrating this 40-year anniversary as well. They opened up a new exhibit at the Expo Center. Come along with me, let's go look at it. Now, Zhongshan is not a very large city as far as China is concerned, but to me it's big. It's over 3.5 million people. And it's halfway between Macau and Guangzhou, and just across the bay from Shenzhen. First thing I noticed was that everything is in Chinese, and so I'm not going to understand everything, unfortunately. It looks like a first-class exhibit here, so this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Some of the people I've met here already have been here their whole lives. So Zhongshan is famous for manufacturing, of course. They make food products and cleaning products. Xiaolan makes hardware and lighting, as well as Gujin obviously makes the lighting. Sanxi, which is more furniture and garments. And then the Torch Development Center is brand new. It's only about 15, 20 years. But you can see some of the products that used to be made here. Some of these washing machines are great. Who didn't have this boombox growing up, with the dual cassettes? You record off the radio, then you dub it and make mixtapes for your girlfriend. Can't talk about Zhongshan unless you talk about hardware and lighting. There's a lot of exhibits for the lighting and hardware. And some of the old bicycles. I love seeing some of these old photos of some of the suits and the hairstyles of some of the people back in the 80s. A little boat. This is a river boat for the Qigong River, and I still see these in the river right next to all the modern lit up boats. Of course, within China, Zhongshan is famous for being the hometown of Sun Yat-sen. In fact, it's the only city within China that's named after Dr. Sun Yat-sen, Sun Zhongshan. Wow. 1992. Yeah, you see some of the infrastructure projects in some of these old photos. You say, I've been there, I've done that, I've seen that. And it looks vastly different now with all the new construction. Zhongshan International, the Fuhua Jiutian. Here's the Zhongshan passenger port. Here's a typical home in the 1980s, complete with a 1980s avocado-colored refrigerator. Who didn't have that? I mean, I had that growing up when I was a kid, too. So this is a really cool painting for me. You got the Olympic torches from Beijing and Shandong. A mural of the Zhongshan Stadium. There should be boiler, but it's all fields. It's all rice in this photo, where the stadium is now. Very, very cool. And you can even see where it branches off and kind of the road splits right at Sun Yat-sen Park, and the park isn't there. It's really neat. So here's the stadium, which is still there, and then there's an additional stadium up here. And then you can see this road, one of the major roads in Zhongshan, and where it splits, that right there is the intersection where Sun Yat-sen Park is currently, and behind that, Boai Hospital, which obviously is completely empty in 1991. Right, now we get into the area which is a lot more modern than what it looks like today. Some of the growth and some of the new things happening in Zhongshan. This is a great looking mural. I can actually see my old apartment, my old office here. And my old apartment used to be right about there. And then this is Zhongshan Lu and a new giant tower that they're building. Down Zhongshan Lu you see Lihe Plaza. We saw the living room from the 80s, and this is a living room from today. Well, that's it. It's not a large exhibit, but to see what these neighborhoods that I've been roaming around in for the past 3 years, to see what it looked like back in the 80s and even further beyond that is quite interesting. And seeing the comparison of what growing up as an American child was as opposed to a Chinese child in Zhongshan in the 1980s. A unique perspective. I'm so happy I went and saw that. This exhibit runs for another 3 months and it's completely free. You can just come in and check it out at the Zhongshan Expo Center.